Well, today is your birthday, John. And God knows we miss you. We all do. But we will eat cake. So I'm going to cut into this. It's your favorite. It's a yellow cake with chocolate icing. And the boys are going to be here in just a couple of minutes, and we're going to have some cake and remember you and send you love.
Thanks everyone who's tuning in, and thank you so much for all the support over the last few months of us personally and of Oh Boy. We really appreciate it. We're gonna eat this cake and watch a picture show, and we hope you'll join us. Thank you.
Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
He would approve.
Oh yeah.
It's good cake.
All right. I've been down this road before. I remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. And I remember every town and every hotel room, every song I ever sang on a guitar out of tune. I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me on the night that we first met. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I've been down this road before, alone as I can be, careful not to let my past go sneaking up on me. Got no future in my happiness, the regrets are very few. Sometimes a little tenderness was the best that I could do. I remember everything, things I can't forget. Swimming pools of butterflies that slip right through the net. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew.
Ocean be as love, where the good dog go, and the more ocean will I roam. But if dogs have a heaven, there's one thing I know: ocean has a wonderful home.
And that's kind of why I started writing, because I was able to had that space between me and what was going on, and I could fill that space by sitting at the typewriter or like strumming on my guitar. You never have to know about. You can pick a character that's a carpenter, or pick a character that does something else. You never have to know a lot about the vocation. You try and find a thread in that character where you can really empathize with them. That's it's something that you've done or been through.
Sailing around, sailing around, sailing around. I've been out sailing around again. I've been sailing around, but can't get back to you.
Welcome everyone to Picture Show, a tribute celebrating John Prine. I'm John Dickerson. On behalf of the Prine family and Oh Boy Records, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate John's life and his music. John died from COVID-19, the pandemic that has ravaged our world, and as much as John Prine meant to many of us, there are people out there who have lost someone who has meant that much to them. So tonight, you'll have an opportunity to donate, in John's name, to organizations that are helping those who have been affected by COVID-19. It's hard to talk about John being gone because his music is so present. He takes up residence in your head. You feel like you know him, or more to the point, he knows you. So tonight we are celebrating that part of what John Prine left all of us, which is still very much with all of us. It's the chills you get on your arm when you hear him on a summer day. The time travel you feel when a song takes you back to the night you wore the grooves out on his record. It's a celebration of a John Prine phrase that you feel like you've known your whole life, though you're listening to a song for the first time. It's the memory of a porch you sat on barefoot without any shoes, though you never did. He only told you about it. We are celebrating what his music did for us and to us and with all of us. Start with a blank piece of paper he said about songwriting, and don't write what shouldn't be there. I just wish he'd captured in a John Prine song what it is like to not have him here. Tonight you'll hear from his friends and family and those of us who felt the light of John's sweeping generosity. We begin with Jason Isbell and Amanda Shires performing from the stage at the Ryman Auditorium, John's favorite venue.
We had an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. It'd been years since the kids had grown, a life of their own, and left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. Joey is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War, and I still don't know what for. It don't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. Me and Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and she stares at the back door screen, and all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we both seen. Someday I'll go and call up Rudy. We worked together at the factory. What will I say if he asks what's new? Or nothing, what's with you? Nothing much to do. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers grow wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there, hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow ancient eye, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there, hello.
Thank you, Jason and Amanda. That was beautiful. Well, as many of you know, we lost John on April 7th of this year. This has been a very difficult time for our family, and we are sticking close, well, as close as we can, with all of the restrictions and helping each other through this grieving process. My son Jody and I started talking about the outpouring of love from all around the world for John and for his music and for the man that he was and what he offered to us. John loved. He loved hard, he loved fierce, he loved well. It's really all he believed in.
Only love, love only love will do. Only love, love only love comes true.
So we talked to some of our friends, some of our artist friends, and asked them if they would like to sing one of John's songs and share it with all of us in remembrance and celebration of his life.
Clocks and spoons in empty rooms, it's raining out tonight. What a way to end the day by turning out the light. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm sending most of me to sunny countryside. Running through a sky of blue, rolling in the sun. Every day has a way of overflowing on. Shoot the moon right between the eyes. I'm keeping most of me in sunny countryside. clocks and spoons and empty rooms. It's raining out tonight.
So I am particularly pleased to get to introduce this next artist. John, I think, may have been a little bit in love with Casey Musgraves, but that was okay with me because I think we're all a little bit in love with Casey Musgraves.
Hey guys. I'm really honored to be part of this tribute to the one and only John Prine. That man single-handedly influenced me in my songwriting more than anybody else on this planet. And this one is one of the first songs I wrote when I moved to Nashville. I had these big dreams of getting to burn one with John Prine. Get a little drunk, get a little loud. Stupid me, my rebel mouth. Ain't all wrong, but I ain't alright. Don't see the world in black and white. Grandma cried when I pierced my nose. Never lied, doing what I was told. Don't judge me and I won't judge you, 'cause I ain't walking in your shoes. 'Cause I ain't one to knock religion, though it's always knocking me. Always running with the wrong crowd, right where I wanna be. Now I'm not good at being careful, I just say what's on my mind. Like my idea of heaven is to burn one with John Prine. Maybe he would sit a while and render me a legal smile. And I bet that he would understand just how I feel and who I am. 'Cause I ain't one to knock religion, though it's always knocking me. Always running with the wrong crowd, right where I wanna be. I'm not good at being careful, I just say what's on my mind. Like my idea of heaven is to burn one with John Prine. I play my life like truth or dare. I'm not all here, but I'm all there, yeah. And all the colors people paint me, don't they know they'll never change me, yeah. 'Cause I ain't one to knock religion, though it's always knocking me. Always running with the wrong crowd, right where I wanna be. I'm not good at being careful, I just say what's on my mind. Like my idea of heaven is to burn one with John Prine. Yeah, my idea of heaven is to burn a big old fatty with John Prine. Oh. And then I got to meet him, and I still didn't get to smoke with him because he was like, I don't do that anymore. But I got to know him and his beautiful family, and I have some memories that I'll absolutely never forget. I'm so thankful that I even just got to be on this planet at the same time as John, and I think that he's left us so many wonderful treasures and stories and songs. Yeah, such a legacy. My favorite quality of John's would be his sense of humor. And it really influenced my songwriting a lot. His wordplay, his sense of humor, his sarcasm, but at the same time, it always had such a, I don't know, just such an element of heart that was so real and relatable. And yeah, so I picked this song. I've always loved this song and this album. There we go. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. She pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke. Yeah, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Shh. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, for I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. She danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place, when just as I was leaving, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. And to this very day, we've been living our way. Here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, threw away our papers, went to the country, built us a home, had a lot of children, fed them all peaches. They all found Jesus on their own, on their own. Well, not sure if I did that justice, but I appreciate being asked to be part of this, and much love to you, Fiona, and the family, the boys, and thanks for asking me. Much love to you, John. Your spirit, it abounds. It's never gonna go away, and I'm just so thankful for all the gifts that he has given me and everybody else. So much love. Stay safe out there and sane. Bye.
You know, if I come to Arnold's and I do one chore, I feel like it's time to go home. At the end of the day, go to the dry cleaners. My chores they're not big chores, yeah. Go check out a car. Go to the car wash. Nice day. Not a day like today. That can be considered a chore. Well, I try and make my chores fun.
That's a good way to live life. Right?
Yeah.
We always talk about we're trying to figure out the John Prine, figure out the code to live the John Prine way.
Break the code?
Yeah.
You gotta keep a low profile.
Hi everybody, Billy Bob here. First of all, I apologize for the budget video here, but the crew's on strike, including hair and makeup, as you can probably tell. I'd like to send my best and send my love to Fiona and the kids. They're beautiful people who have been through a lot, as you can imagine. I knew John for about 25 years, and we met through songwriting and music and movies. He played my older brother in a movie once, back in 1998, and I asked him if he would write the end title song for it, and he said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And he did. The song was called In Spite of Ourselves, and as usual, it was the perfect song for the perfect thing at the perfect time.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
He was one of those special people who had a special relationship with everybody that he knew, and they could be very different, and I'm not alone in that. I had a very special relationship with John, and there was a certain sense of humor that we shared, and also in a lot of ways some similar upbringing and that kind of thing. So we got pretty close over the years. I was talking to Chris Christopherson one time, and John's name came up, and Chris said, you know, when you hear one of Prine's songs, it makes you want to quit. And I said, yeah, I know what you mean. And that's coming from Chris Christopherson, one of the greatest songwriters who ever lived. So that just gives you a little bit of how well respected John was among his peers. It's not an easy thing when a guy like John passes on, because it doesn't matter if he lived a long, wonderful life or not, it doesn't stop you from missing him. And there are a lot of brilliant words that we're going to miss. John was a simple, humble, complex, funny, heartbreaking guy, and it showed in his songs. I mean, he, as everybody has said, he could make you laugh and cry within just one line of a song, from Space Monkeys to Old People. And it didn't just stop there. A few times he made me laugh and cry just having lunch with him. But I have to say, you know, there are a handful of people that we've had in the music world who just had their own thing. There wasn't anybody else like John. He was the only one. And he influenced so many people. He was truly a unicorn among nags. And John, I just hope you're up there watching down on us and eating your favorite meatballs from Dantana's. And now I'd like to introduce some other people who loved John. Margot Price and Jeremy Ivy.
Wish you love and happiness. I guess I wish you all the best. Wish you don't do like I do. Never fall in love with someone like you. 'Cause if you fell just like I did, you'd probably walk around the block like a little kid. Kids don't know, they can only guess how hard it is to wish you happiness. I guess that love is like a Christmas card. Decorate the tree, throw it in the yard. It decays and dies. The snowmen melt. Once I knew love, I knew how love felt. Yeah, I knew love, and love knew me. And when I walked with love, love walked with me. But I got no shame, and I got no pride. Yeah, I got so much love that I cannot hide. So you drive a Chevy, say you drive a Ford. You say you drive around the town until you just get bored. Then you change your mind for something to do. And your heart gets bored with your mind and it changes you. It's a doggone shame. It's an awful mess. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. I guess I wish you all the best.
So this next trio were very important to John in his everyday life as friends, and they also participated in the making of the Tree of Forgiveness. Here's Dan Auerbach, Pat McLaughlin, and David Ferguson with Caravan of Fools.
Dark and distant drumming, pounding of the hooves, silence of everything that moves. Late at night you see them dressed up in shiny jewels, the coming of the caravan of fools. Like the wings of a dove, waiter's white gloves seem to shimmer by the light of the pool. Some dull blinding winter when you can't help but lose, when you're running with the caravan of fools. Love and devotion, deep as any ocean, don't play by anybody's rules. With your carousel of horses and your unforeseen forces, you're running with the caravan of fools. Caravan of fools, caravan of fools, you're running with the caravan of fools. Caravan of fools, caravan of fools, you're running with the caravan of fools.
John's songs were beautiful and funny and heartbreaking and had an apparent simplicity that invited everybody in, but once you were in there, you could see that what seemed like simplicity was actually the concision of a master whose voice conveyed so much in small turns of phrase. There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear 'em, they're buzzing. The blind spot of regret. The air smelled like snakes, naked as the eyes of a clown. All pure Prine, plainly stated, but as emotionally complex as life itself. For Fiona and her sons, John's death is an unapproachable loss, but all of us will miss him and what he still had to share. Though we can take some comfort from his music and his words that are such good company in good times and bad. And now, John's friend, Brandi Carlile.
Hey, it's Brandy, Tim, Phil. We miss Handsome Johnny, and we love you, Fiona, and we wanted to play you our favorite John Prine song. This is called Flag Decal. While digesting Reader's Digest in the back of a dirty bookstore, a plastic flag with a gum on the back, it fell out on the floor. Well, I picked it up and then I ran outside and I slapped it on my window shield. Now if I could see old Betsy Ross, I'd tell her how good I feel. Ah, but your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. It's already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I went to the bank this morning, and the cashier, he said to me, he said, now if you join this Christmas club, I'll give you 10 of them things for free. Well, I did not mess around one bit, you know, I took him up on what he said, and I slapped those things all over my car, and one on my wife's forehead. Ah, but your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. It's already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I got my window shield so filled with flags I couldn't see, and I ran that car right up onto a curb and right into a tree. You know, when they got that doctor down, well, I was already dead, and I'll never understand why the man standing at the pearly gates said, you know, your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. We're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore.
Mexican Home by John Prine. It got so hot last night I swear you couldn't hardly breathe. Heat lightning burnt the sky like alcohol. I sat out on the porch without my shoes and watched the cars roll by as the headlights raced to the corner of the kitchen wall. Mama dear, your boy is here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred core that burns inside of me, and I can feel a storm all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. My God, I cried, it is so hot inside you could die in the living room. Take the fan from the window, prop the door back with the broom. The cuckoo clock has died of shock, and the windows feel no pain. And the air is as still as the throttle on a funeral train. Mama dear, your boy is here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred core that burns inside of me, and I can feel a storm all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. My father died on the porch outside on an August afternoon. I sipped bourbon and cried with a friend by the light of the moon. So it's hurry, hurry, step right up. It's a matter of life or death. The sun's going down, and the moon is just holding its breath.
This church here used to be Methodist Church.
First Methodist Church.
And that's what our granddad Prine and Meemaw, our grandma, that's what we called her. And we'd holler upstairs, Meemaw, and she'd stick her head around the corner and go, hee-haw. And they'd take me here when I was just a little bitty kid. And granddad would sit in the last pew, and they had hearing aids back there for the hard of hearing. He wasn't hard of hearing, but he put the hearing aids in, and then he'd turn off the sermon, and he'd go to sleep. And when it was done, I'd nudge him. So I wrote about it, and Grandpa was a carpenter. Grandpa was a carpenter. He built houses, stores, and banks, and chain-smoked Camel cigarettes, and hammered nails in planks. He was level on the level. He shaved even every door, and voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Well, he used to sing me Blood on the Saddle and rock me on his knee and let me listen to the radio before we got TV. Oh, well, he'd drive to church on a Sunday and he'd take me with him too. Stained glass in every window, hearing aids in every pew. Grandpa was a carpenter. He built houses, stores, and banks. Chain-smoked Camel cigarettes and hammered nails in planks. He was level on the level. He shaved even every door and voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. And now I had to write a verse about my grandma, because she was so close to us, you know. And he died at about 62 years old, emphysema, smoking them cigarettes all the time. And she lived another 25 years. And now my grandma was a teacher. She went to school in Bowling Green, traded in a milking cow for a Singer sewing machine. Well, she called her husband Mister, and she walked real tall and proud. She used to buy me comic books after Grandpa died. That's Mom singing, there's a bird there. Grandpa was a carpenter. He built houses, stores, and banks. Chain-smoked Camel cigarettes and hammered nails in planks. He was level on the level. He shaved even every door and voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war.
And there you have it.
That's Mom.
Hi everybody, my name is Mitchell Josten. I had the honor of being John's tourmanager for almost 30 years and his booking agent for the last 6. I'd like to tell you the story about this giant ticket here from St. Louis. John got ill last year and had to reschedule the show. The only date I could get was October 13th, which happened to be my 60th birthday. We did the show was great, sold out. After the show, John wanted everyone to come to his room to have cake and ice cream. John loved cake and ice cream, and this was the perfect excuse because his birthday was October 10th, 3 days before. So we went up to John's room, I knocked on the door. John answers the door and hands me a set of keys. And I said, John, I have my keys to my rental car, they're in my pocket. John said, no, these are your keys. I didn't understand. John said, come with me to his bedroom. We're on his bedroom. He had a laptop computer with a picture of a 1996 Buick Roadmaster wagon, which happened to be my favorite car. I said, John, oh my God, this is my favorite car. He says, I know. Happy birthday. This is your car. That's the type of guy John was, very generous to his family and to his crew. I'd like to now show you the car. Well, here's the keys. Thank you, Scruffy. And here's the actual car that John bought me. I'd like to now give a shout out to all the people that worked for John over the years. He had a great crew. Trish Field, Andy Primus, Vance Buchanan, Corinne Sumner, Charlie Whitten, Chris Drosen, Eric Charlton, Nick Fatty, Sarah Jaffe, Paul Franzen, Patrick Boyle. I'd like to now introduce the band who I'm going to see at All the Best Fest on May 19th, 2021. Jason Wilbur, David Jakes, Fats Kaplan, Kenneth Blevins. Take it away, guys.
As the cafe was closing on a warm summer night, Kathy was cleaning the spoons. The radio played the hit parade, and I hummed along with the tune. She asked me to change the station, said the song just drove her insane, but it weren't just the music playing, it was me she was trying to blame. The sky is black and still now, on the hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how an old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring, but it's far, far from me. I leaned on my left leg in the parking lot dirt. Kathy was closing the lights. A June bug flew from the warmth they once knew, and I wished for once I were right. We used to laugh together, dance to any old song. You know, she still laughs with me, but she waits just a second too long. The sky is black and still now, on the hill where the angels sing. Ain't it funny how an old broken bottle looks just like a diamond ring, but it's far, far from me. Started the engine, I gave it some gas. Kathy was closing her purse. We hadn't gone far in my beat up old car, and I was prepared for the worst. But you still see me tomorrow. I got too much to do. Well, a question ain't really a question if you know the answer to. The sky is black and still now, on the hill where the angels sing. it's far, far from me.
I love being obscure. I mean, early on, when I started playing little concert halls, when I moved from the clubs, when the people were a little further away, I could get off stage and change the color of my shirt and walk out in the audience and talk to them about John Prine. They didn't know. I was kind of like every man in a way. That I didn't. It's not like people wanted to tear my clothes off. Of course, they probably didn't want to see what was underneath. But I mean, people didn't really. They identified with my songs, but not with me so much. So I could pretty much go where I wanted to as soon as I left the stage. And when I would be at home, Nashville is the first place where people kind of stopped you in grocery stores and recognized you, you know. And they don't really bug you, you know. They just go, you know, they might ask for an autograph, but most of the time they're just happy enough to say hello to you and shake your hand.
Hey everybody, it's Vince. I just want to take a quick second and say thank you for thinking of me to be part of this tribute to John. I think about all the years I knew about John long before I met him. One of the first bands I was ever in, we used to play Please Don't Bury Me and also Paradise. And so I've known of John and his music forever. Then when I was 19 years old, I was in a band. We got to tour with John for a good while and opened a bunch of shows for him when I was playing with a guy named Byron Berline. And, we made great friends there, and it lasted our whole lives. And I'm wearing my Al Bonetta shirt today just for both of them boys. Here's a song that has a sweet mention of John in it. Well, have you ever watched the sunset disappear in the water down in Mexico? The sky on fire, melting into the ocean. Man, there's some things that never get old. Have you ever seen a baby walk for the first time? It's like watching a sparrow's wings unfold. And when that baby, she smiles up at you, man, there's some things that never get old. Like making sweet love to that gal of mine, my first taste of bluebird wine, eating watermelon down to the rind, any old song by Brother John Prine. Sometimes that face, looking back in the mirror, can make that mirror cold. But in my heart, oh, I'm 100 years younger. And there's some things that never get old. Driving into town with some friends of mine, it's a two-tone Chevy, it's a 59. Ice cold beer in the summertime, picking on the back porch with Brother John Prine. Well, I think living's one long highway, and I'm betting heaven is at the end of the road. I think love just might be the answer. Man, there's some things that never get old. And I think love, Lord, I know it's the answer. And man, there's some things that never get old.
I think many of you know that family was very important to John. It is very important to me and to my family. Many of you have become family to us over all of these years. So your messages of love and of support for the family and for Oh Boy Records means a lot to us at this time. We look forward to having other remembrances and celebrations of John, but thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Hey everybody, I'm Jody Whelan. I'm Fiona's son and John's oldest son. And now to sing Paradise, I have the great honor of introducing my brothers, Jack and Tommy Prine.
When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwards old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. And sometimes we travel right down the Green River for the abandoned old prison down by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, and empty pop bottles is all we will kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel and tortured the timber and stripped all the land. They dug for the coal till the land was forsaken and wrote it all down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
All right.
I'm sitting here in Arnold's Country Kitchen on 8th Avenue in Nashville, and if you are up on your John Prine trivia, you'll know that this is where John loved to come eat more than just about anywhere else. Rose and her family have always looked after John, and they kindly agreed to let us come here today and have a little quick lunch. We each sat at separate tables. And I hope you enjoyed hearing Jack and Tommy Prine's rendition of Paradise. John really enjoyed when they would sing that together, so I hope you enjoyed it too.
There's good meatloaf and there's bad meatloaf. This is good. It's very consistent. About 8 years ago, they changed the recipe. And They almost lost me there. But I came back to the end of the fold. You know, there was some ingredient I really liked in the old one, but I got used to the new one. I mean, my mother made meatloaf. Everybody's mother made meatloaf. But getting in a restaurant, I had these neighbors that owned 2 horses for harness racing over at Sportsman's Park on the south side of Chicago. And they used to take me out there, and I'd hang out, and they told me when I was 15 I could become a stable boy. You know, and I had all these dreams of becoming a stable boy and hanging out there, you know, watching all the horse movies and everything. And here I was going to be a jockey someday if I didn't get any taller, you know. And they had Spanish meatloaf every time I go out to Sportsman's Park. And you sit there and eat with the other stable boys and stuff. But by the time I turned 15, they were long gone. They'd moved. They'd taken their horses and got out of town, you know. Yeah. So I was left there just decrying my meatloaf, more or less, you know. And that's probably where I got the strong emotional attachment to it.
The one thing I'm going to miss about John the most is his stories and his analogies. One of the last times I ever spoke to him, he asked me, you know, do you like fishing? And I love fishing. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. I just don't want to wake up early. So he looks me square in the eye and says, you think fish wear watches? That's John Prine. That's everything about that guy made me laugh all the time. I've never seen somebody so happy and so full of life. And, you know, I don't think there's another person on the planet that brings that much joy to that many people. So we're going to miss him like crazy. So up next, the Secret Sisters, one of my faves.
Hey everybody, we're the Secret Sisters and we are joined by our dad, Ricky Rogers. We're all very excited and honored to be a part of this very special show celebrating the music and life of John Prine. All our love to Fiona and the Oh Boy Records family. This song is called Souvenirs. All the snow has turned to water. Christmas days have come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors are all that's left to linger on. I hate graveyards and old pawn shops, for they always bring me tears. I can't forgive the way they rob me of my childhood souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, they can't be won at carnivals for free. It took me years to get those souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me. Broken hearts and dirty windows make life difficult to see. That's why last night and this morning always look the same to me. I hate reading old love letters, for they always bring me tears. I can't forgive the way they rob me of my sweetheart's souvenirs. Memories that can't be bought, they can't be won at carnivals for free. It took me years to get those souvenirs, and I don't know how they slipped away from me.
We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven.
All you gotta do is eat a hot dog, buy a newspaper, go get a car washed. It doesn't even have to be your own. Enjoy an ice cream cone. Go fishing and don't worry if you catch anything or not. Really just finding joys in the simple things in life is what he did best.
This is Illegal Smile. Oh. When I woke up this morning, things was looking bad. It seemed like total silence was the only friend I had. A bowl of oatmeal tried to stare me down, and one. It was 12 o'clock before I realized I was out. No fun, oh, but fortunately I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. Last time I checked my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it seems like the bottom is the only place I've been. I chased a rainbow down a one-way street, dead end. And all my friends turned out to be insurance salesmen. Oh, but fortunately I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. Sat down in my closet with all my overalls, trying to get away from all the years inside the wall. I dreamed the police, I heard everything I thought. But what then? Well, I went to court and the judge's name was Hoffman. Oh, but fortunately I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I was just trying to have me some fun. Well done, hot dog bun, Attila the Hun. My sister-in-law is an Irish nun. Love you, John. Missed you.
I'm never sure, because my mind, when I'm writing, I'm never sure if it's really facts I'm getting or if I'm making it up. You know, I don't know. There's no line between it. And I thought, geez, yeah, this stuff is real. And I thought I just made it up in my mind. I wasn't sure, yeah. And by golly, half of this stuff is real, Your Honor. I just don't know which half is real. It's beyond words, really.
So if you're out walking down the street sometime and spot some hollow ancient ass. Well, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there.
Hey y'all, it's Brene Brown. To Fiona, to the Prine family, and to all of you in the even bigger Prine family. John was a poet and a prophet. His words saved me, his music moved me. I cannot think of a single experience of love or heartbreak where John wasn't riding shotgun in my life. Thank you for the music, for the saving, for the loving. If dreams were thunder and lightning was desire, this old house would have burnt down a long time ago. And playing one of my all-time favorite, all of our all-time favorite songs, In Spite of Ourselves. Kevin Bacon on mandolin, Kira Sedgwick on the uke. Take a listen.
She don't like her rigs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I called him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We gonna spike our nose right off of our faces. Won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. Now she thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs, and she swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking, she keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling in the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We gonna spike our nose right off of our faces. Won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Be safe out there. Be good to each other.
John, you get some writing ideas from doing this?
Yes, yeah, I get out in the snow and, you know, my songs are made of mud and snow and rain and sleet. Sometimes I'll sweep off 10, 12 cars before I'll even get an idea.
Folks, you've heard it first, right live here. It's the way John Prine comes back every winter to become inspired. I think I hear a song, I feel a song coming on by the movement of the broom.
Ooh, there's no business like snow, business like no business like...
The next friend that I'm going to introduce is Rita Wilson. John and I were thrilled to meet her for the first time at All the Best Festival last year in November in the Dominican Republic, and we've become good friends since then. Please enjoy Summer's End.
Summer's ends around the bend just flying. Swimming suits are on the line just drying. I'll meet you there per our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. Well, you never know how far from home you're feeling until you watch the shadows cross the ceiling. Well, I don't know, but I can see it snowing in your car. The windows are wide open. Just come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. Well, I can see that you can't win for trying, and New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. The moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love that picture of us walking, just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's end came faster than we wanted. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home.
Hello there. I'm Bill Murray, and my job is to introduce the next act, the next singer. But before I do that, before I make myself a vodka and ginger ale, I'm going to tell you a little story about recently that I had one of my favorite times ever. I was in Nashville, and John said, "Hey, we're going to go to the Grand Ole Opry tonight." Well, I've never really been to the modern Grand Ole Opry. I've been to the old place, but I was excited. He said the Steel Drivers are playing. And I thought, oh, great. Well, the new Grand Ole Opry is like in a mall someplace in another state. I don't know where the hell it is. It took me a long time to find it. Because of that, I was a little bit late. And some guy decided to help me out and try to get me in there. He said, "Come on, follow me." And I said, "Where are you supposed to go?" "I'm supposed to go backstage." "Okay." So we walked through the room, through the auditorium, and Steel Drivers are already on, so I was getting like incredibly stupid. I also didn't know that they only play like a couple of songs and then they're out. They boot you right out. So I didn't know anything. Anyway, I get backstage, and you know, they got to ID me and everything. I've got my armband and the black. I get in the back, and there's John with this big guitar. I said, "Are you playing too?" He said, "No, I'm going to play with the steel drivers. They're going to call me up, and I'll go out there, and then I'll introduce you, and you come out and sing with us." So that's pretty much how I felt, and so I got a huge kick out of it because we got to go out there, and it's just like, "Oh brother, we're out there." I was like, John's got his own microphone, and the rest of us steel drivers and myself have got one mic to sing and to lean into, just like in the movie. And this is a photograph. What came with a note? This is a photograph that Bailey took over here, or he sent this to me anyway. This was about as jazzed up as I ever got to sing this song, Paradise, at the Grand Ole Opry. And I didn't take my armband off I didn't take it off. It just stayed on my arm for about 3 weeks. It was one of the greatest nights ever. It was a really great night. Yep, there it is. This is great. This is my only appearance ever, Grand Ole Opry. And that's Bailey took the picture, Richard. And it was one of the great things. But as great as my work was that night, is even greater is going to be the guy who's coming on next that you're really going to like. He's really good. Really, really good. Everybody loves him. Everybody likes him too. So here he comes. He's Sturgill Simpson. What a name.
Hello, my name is Sturgill, and it's an honor to be here for you guys. Thank you, Fiona, for asking. Thank you, Bill Murray. I'd like to sing Speed of the Sound of Loneliness because every time I'd ever toured with John or would show up to a show or just to, hang out and sit in, this is a song we'd always play together. And I played a little differently with him as an accompaniment thing, and I think he always dug it. He said it reminded him of Steve Goodman, but tonight I'm just going to sing it first position, I guess.
Come on lady, come on early. Come on big when you're feeling small. Come on straight and come on curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world's coming for you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of sound of loneliness. Out there running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a word and jealous mind. How can love last forever? Get left so far behind. What in the world's coming over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, out there running just to be on the run. There's a mighty main and a drift of sorrow across the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow? We ain't got one word to say. What in the world's come over you? And what in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of sound and out there running just to be on the run. He out there running just to be on the run. He out there running just to be on the run.
Anytime you went to a John Prine show, you wanted to be sure to be there for the opening act. His opening acts were amazing. He curated the experience for everyone who came to see the show. And the show didn't just begin when he walked out on stage. It began the moment they walked in the door. And you could see Iris DeMent or Jason Isbell, Amanda Shires. It was great. He was always on the lookout for other writers who made music that moved him. One person who made music that moved him is a guy from North Carolina, a singer-songwriter named Eric Church, and he's here with us at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum to sing a John song.
She is my everything. From her suntan shoulders down to the freckles on her wedding ring. Her feet are so warm they can melt the snow in the early spring. She is my everything. She goes everywhere. Copenhagen to making eggs and bacon down on Jackson Square. I like to drive a Cadillac to cut her up long black hair. She goes everywhere. Kisses that come all the way from China kind of remind her of memories of Spain. When I get lost, you can always find her standing right beside me in the rain. Yeah, she uses ever-ready batteries to keep electrical appliances going steady. She can do 14 things at once and then a phone ring. She is my everything. She knows everybody, from Muhammad Ali to teaching Bruce Lee how to do karate. She can lead a parade while putting on her shades and a Maserati. Yeah, she knows everybody. Kisses that come all the way from China kind of remind her of memories of Spain. When I get lost, you can always find her standing right beside me in the rain. She is my everything. And when she wakes up in the morning, that's when the birdies start to sing. When I hear her voice, I tell you boys, I forget everything. She is my everything. She is my everything.
always like wasting time. I'm really good at it. I'm good at leaning up against the wall and just waiting. That's why I really miss smoking when I quit smoking. When I was 12, me and my cousin used to go buy a pack of wings, sit on the swings, and smoke, the whole pack. And go home at night, and you smell like a cigarette factory. My mother was the one who caught me smoking, and my dad said, "Okay, if you wait until you're 14, you can smoke." And so the morning of my 14th birthday, I woke up at like 5 a.m. I went across the street to the Sunoco gas station and bought a pack of Herbert Tarringtons. Came back across the street. I went upstairs to the bathroom. I stood in front of the mirror smoking cigarettes, trying to look cool. I never liked cigars, never liked pipes, none of that stuff. But cigarettes, me and cigarettes, we had a romance.
Yeah, when I get to heaven, I'm gonna take this wristwatch off of my arm. What are you gonna do with time once you bought the farm? Thank you. Then I'm gonna go find my mom and dad. And good old brother Doug, well, I bet him and cousin Jackie are still cutting up a rug. And I wanna see all my mama's sisters, 'cause that's where all the love starts. I miss them all like crazy. Bless their little hearts.
Come on.
Back before I was a movie star, straight off of the farm, I had a picture of another man's wife tattooed on my arm, with a pack of Camel cigarettes in the sleeve of my t-shirt. I was heading out to Hollywood to have my feelings hurt. The town'll make you crazy, just give it a little time. You'll be walking around in circles down at Hollywood and Vine. You'll be waiting on a phone call at the wrong end of a broom. Yes, that town will make you crazy, crazy as a loon. So I headed down to Nashville to become a country star. Every night you'd find me hanging at every honky-tonkin' bar. Pretty soon I met a woman, pretty soon she done me wrong. Pretty soon my life got sadder than any country song. The town'll make you crazy, just give it a little time. You'll be walking around in circles, looking for that country rhyme. You'll be waiting on a phone call at the wrong end of the room. Yes, that town'll make you crazy, crazy as a loon. Yeah,
my Sally, bought myself a business suit, headed up to New York City, where a man can make some loot. I got high Monday morning, downsized that afternoon,
overcome with grief that evening. Now I'm crazy as a loon. So I'm up here in the north woods, just staring at a lake, wondering just exactly how much they think a man can take. I eat fish to pass the time away, neath this blue Canadian moon. This old world has made me crazy, crazy as a loon. Lord, this world will make you crazy, crazy as a loon. Lord, this world will make you crazy, crazy as a loon.
By chance I should find myself at risk of falling from this jagged cliff, I look below and I look above. I'm surrounded by your boundless love.
Appalachian, a Greyhound station. She sits there waiting in a family way. Goodbye, brother. Tell Mom I love her. Tell all the others I'll ride someday. From a teenage lover to an unwed mother, kept undercover like some bad dream. An unwed father she bows her head down, humming lullabies.
Your daddy never meant to hurt you ever. He just don't live here, but you've got his eyes. From a teenage lover to an unwed mother, kept undercover like some bad dream. While unwed father, they can't be bothered. They run like water through a mountain stream.
Well, they run like water
through a mountain stream.
John would always say that when he heard someone singing Angel from Montgomery, they were singing Bonnie Raitt's version. So many people don't even know that John wrote that song. Bonnie recorded it and made it her own. We are honored to have her here with us this evening to sing Angel from Montgomery.
I'm an old woman named after my mother. Old man is another child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, a free rambling man. But that was a long time, no matter how I tried. The years they just roll by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them, they're buzzing. But I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. But how the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? You make me an angel that flies. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in this living is
believe in this living is just a hard way to go. I love you, John.
On behalf of the Prine family and Oh Boy Records, I'd like to thank you for joining us and helping us raise money and awareness for Alive Hospice, Make the Road New York, and the National Alliance on Mental Illness. The Prine family really appreciates your support for these organizations because they recognize in their suffering the suffering of others. Our family holds you up, Fiona Prine said. We understand. Fiona said that in her BBC Reflections on John's death, and as we go tonight, I'll leave you with what she told John by his bedside. I told him that he was beloved by the world and that he had done wondrous things with his life.
The first time that I heard all of the songs for the Tree of Forgiveness, completed songs, I think was really in the studio. I had heard a lot of the songs before as they were being written, as he was thinking about different titles. I would see notes around the house. But really, when I think about it, it was in the studio that I first got to hear the body of work. And it was there that I heard When I Get to Heaven. Now, I had seen that title on a legal pad back in July when John had been in that hotel suite here in Nashville. I had gone down there to see him one day, and I saw scrawled at the top of a legal pad, When I Get to Heaven, which was terrifying, honestly, when I first saw it. It's no secret that John did have some health issues, though he was, more times than not, really well, doing well and feeling fine. So when I saw that title, I was horrified and curious. But like I said, when we got to the studio, I heard the song in its entirety, and it was then truly overwhelming because he laid it out. He laid out, really, in that little song, he laid out his complete set of beliefs, which were really simple. John believed in God. John believed in heaven. John believed you came from God and that when you died, you went to heaven. And in all the years that I'd known him, he had never wavered from that belief. We used to laugh about how I had gone, and still do, go to such lengths to find my spiritual peace, and the path that I journey on seems to evolve every second year, and I investigate something new. John didn't have to. He knew, he believed. John believed. So this song, it's fitting that it's the last song on his last record. It makes me laugh, it makes me cry. It comforts me too. And I can see him up there. I can see him, if it's up there, over there, up there in the air, wherever it is, I can see him reunited with the joys of his life, with the loves of his life, with the simple pleasures when I get to heaven.
When I get to heaven, I'm going to shake God's hand, thank him for more blessings than one man can stand. Then I'm going to get a guitar and start a rock and roll band. Check into it.
Come sit down, buddy. You look like you could use tonight's special. That would be a Handsome Johnny. That's Smirnoff in the red label. Don't want to kill the bubbles in the ginger ale. And you drop a lime in there in the winter, or a lemon in the summer. Who cares? Come on up.
Cause I'm gonna have a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah, this old man is going to town. Yeah, this old man is going to town. Do-do-do, let that do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. and you can tell your friends there with you, they'll have to go. Get out of here.
I know a guy who's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, kinda confused, got muscles in his head, never been used, thinks he owns half of this town. Started drinking heavy, got a big red nose, beat his old lady with a rubber hose, and he took her out to dinner, bought her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. The water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window, the ice all broke. I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water, you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round.
Confound me with your boundless love. I was drowning in a sea, lost as I could be when you found me with your boundless love. By chance I should find myself at risk of falling from this jagged cliff. I look below and I look above. I'm surrounded by your boundless love. Surround me with your boundless love. Confound me with your boundless love. I was drowning in a sea, lost as I could be when you found me with your boundless love. You dumbfound me with your boundless love. You surround me with your boundless love. All right. I've been down this road before. I remember every tree. Every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. And I remember every town and every hotel room and every song I ever sang on a guitar out of tune. I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me on the night that we first met. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I've been down this road before, alone as I can be, careful not to let my past go sneaking up on me. Got no future in my happiness, though regrets are very few. Sometimes a little tenderness was the best that I could do. I remember everything, things I can't forget. Swimming pools of butterflies that slip right through the net. And I remember every night your ocean eyes of blue. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew.